Hi, Trevor here, Life Reflection Requests. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on Aussie synth pop band Kids in the Kitchen, and through the song Change in Mood, we looked at how our values and thoughts and ideas change over time. So I trust you found that one encouraging. Well, this video has come as a request. I recently put up Corey Hart and his iconic songs Sunglasses at Night, which came off the First Offence album that did pretty huge all the way back in 1982. Then we moved forward to 1985 and the album Boy in the Box, and I did look at the song Never Surrender off that album last time. Well, I've had a request on that video say, hey, what about the song Boy in the Box? This is probably one of my favourite songs of his. So I thought, well, absolutely, let's turn it into a request. And below, I've got the official clip, which is, it's different, it's obscure, it's a little bit hard to work out, but certainly back in the mid 1980s, MTV was all the thing, and so we were making music videos that were telling a story. And when you go a little bit into what this song is about, it was inspired by James Dean. Now, James Dean was a 20-something actor. He did die young, and he was considered one of the most popular actors on the planet for his time. Well, that inspired Corey to write this song, and sort of Corey himself, given his success of Sunglasses at Night in particular, became an international household name. And he was making some observations around fame, and he's thinking, you know what, I feel a little bit like a boy in the box. Not a box, the box. And that is, hey, I don't want to be viewed that way. I don't want to be viewed as someone successful and famous. Even though I am, I don't want that kind of scrutiny on my life. You know, I'm very fortunate to be able to have a music career and to write some pretty good songs. But this whole fame thing, I'm not so sure about. Fame's an interesting thing, isn't it? And you know, there are very famous people, worldwide international names that have been famous for a long time. Then there are others, and there is just so many reality TV shows out there these days, and all of these people think, you know, they go on these shows, and that's the opposite. They do want to be viewed, and they do want to be scrutinised, and they do want to have their 5 minutes of fame. Fame is such a compelling thing, isn't it? We get our face on a billboard sign, and you know, we think we've made it. We get all these stacks of followers on social media, and think everything's really good. But there's nothing like change. Change is just a constant thing, and you know, if fame is not supported by something of substance, like some incredible talent, it's going to fleet, and it's not going to be there for much longer. I don't know about you. I don't think I want the fame and the scrutiny like that. I think I'm with Corey Hart on this one. That, you know, sure, I have a YouTube channel, and you know, I'm making hopefully a little bit of a difference, a positive difference in the worldwide world. But you know, it's certainly not looking to have squillions of followers. I prefer to have quality over quantity, and that is people that really enjoy the content and really get something out of it. If my video touches people in that way, it's done its job. You know, we're not about look at me, aren't I good? No, it's not about that at all. I'm just hoping that I'll resonate and connect with you on a level that works for you. People are going to try and be famous. They really will, as life continues on. It's just the way of the world, it would seem, and it's the way that people think they're going to get ahead. But at what cost does that come? And I think this is the question that you have to ask yourself, if you go down this track, at what cost? Are you going to be scrutinised? Are you going to be analysed? And you're going to be, all over social media? So I think Corey Hart really did think about, from his own perspective, this fame thing is not so good. A couple of other artists have taken a bit of a break. Neil Diamond actually took a break for a little while because fame was getting a little bit too much for him. And I think it just goes to show that we don't want to lose ourselves in this thing. We want to keep ourselves centered in what is real and what is true, as opposed to getting swept away in a world that will just sweep you away without any problem whatsoever. So let's stay grounded, folks, and thank you for Corey Hart and for the guy requesting today to bring this song. I do agree with him. It's not a song I've really considered, and it is a really, really good song. Incredible songwriting, very mysterious songwriting, but also just Corey having the ability to reflect on his journey up until now. I mean, certainly from his first album, First Offence, to Boy in the Box, there were 3 years. So there's 3 years of heady days for Corey Hart. So it's good to be able to reflect on this song today. So there's official and a live version of that song below. And I thought, because Corey has had longevity, he did get inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. So I've actually put the clip to his induction below as well. So thank you to this guy for the request today. The links to those 3 clips are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Kids in the Kitchen if you want to recap on them. In fact, they were around about the same time that Corey Hart was in Australia. So there we go. Well, if this is your first time to Live Reflections through Music, or in this case, Live Reflection Requests, it's so good to see everybody here. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to get back to the Live Reflections through Music, and we're going to look at the iconic band Kiss. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.